We completed our first invasion. We defended Windsward with no bugs and absolutely no fantastic. I know by now a lot of you guys out there have already completed invasions. You found a way to do it on your servers. GG's to you. We're a bit behind, but we've managed to do it. And I thought what I'd do is I'd give you a little bit of information and how we managed to complete our invasion. Just to start off, we had no tanks at all. And if we did manage to get a tank randomly in, they would be on a repeater. The weapon combos we used were weapons such as the musket and the spear, the bow and the great axe, the musket and the rapier, the bow and the rapier, the ice gauntlet and the rapier, fire and ice gauntlet, or a combination of those. What we tried to do was make sure everyone had one ranged weapon and one melee weapon. So the great axe doesn't really help do damage. It's not the right damage type, but its Grav wells really do slow the enemies, especially the bosses. So the great axe was great. The ice gauntlet also, I think the ice storm slowed the enemies, slowed the bosses on their way in. And then obviously the musket, the spear, the bow, the rapier all do mega damage. What we did as well is we had 4 healers, so we had 1 healer for each gate, and then we had 1 shot caller for each gate, just to make sure that comms don't get absolutely crazy, because they can in an invasion. We made sure on the walls we had repeaters. They were all repeaters, all of our siege was repeaters. We made sure as many of us, if not all of us, had infused or powerful corrupted coatings. We made sure the weapons we were using had corrupted damage and the Saphire gem. And finally, we made sure as many of us had the corrupted trophies in our houses. So the strat we used was 1 group dedicated to each gate. So 1 on the C gate, one on the main gate, and 1 on the A gate. And then we had 2 groups for the back gates. We then had 2 groups on siege to make sure that we had siege covering every gate. We then had 3 people on repairs, 1 person at the start just topping up the gates if they get damaged, and then 3 people near the end of the game just to try and make sure that the gates never went down. And then finally we had 2 groups that would move freely around the different gates, and they would be picking up haste pots just to get to the different gates if there was 2 or 3 bosses on that particular gate, just to help DPS them down. Yeah, as I mentioned, I ended up coming in the invasion not with everything that I'd planned to. I didn't have the right weapons because I left them in the bank in Windsward. We were PvPing against the Covenants that were attacking Windsward moments before the invasion started. So me and potentially a couple of others were not completely prepared. But anyway, this is us finally winning an invasion, defending Windsward.
It's gone down. Yeah, I'm northeast gate.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the back gate.
West gate, please.
Hold the Spriggan. I'm repairing the gate.
Open the door!
Hold the door!
Let's go! What is it? Let's go! We fucking did it! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Guys, Nice! That was the shit! E-company on the server.